At what age does a woman's sex appeal slip away? A new Esquire article titled "In Praise of 42-Year-Old Women" is sparking a huge conversation online. The author writes, quote, "There used to be something tragic about even the most beautiful 42-year-old woman. If she remained sexual, she was either predatory or desperate. But then," he declares, "good news, it's not what it used to be."
So Esquire points to celebrities like Sofia Vergara, Cameron Diaz, and Leslie Mann as examples of sexy at 42, saying what has made them figures of fantasy is not that they have redefined the ideals of female strength, but rather their own vulnerabilities. Go to a party, there is simply no one as unclothed as a 42-year-old woman in a summer dress. That so-called compliment has outraged many real women. Freelance writer Jennifer Wallace is not the author of the piece, but she says thank you for that, but has something to say about it. She's contributed to Wall Street Journal and Real Simple and joins us again at the table. So here you are, Jennifer. You sit here at the age of
42.
Okay, so we're talking
42.
about you.
Yes.
We're talking about you. So what is the controversy? I know all over the internet there was collective eye rolls about it.
Yes. So
Why?
I think there were two things. I think one was the tone that he had somehow made this huge discovery. 42-year-old women like Cameron Diaz are beautiful and sexy and hot. I think that was insulting. And I think the other thing was perpetuating this myth that women are objects, and objects that hold their value dependent on a man's gaze. And so at 42, we have value. We don't need to be sexy, but we are.
And I'm sorry, how old was the author?
In his 50s.
Oh.
Yes, exactly.
Was there any response there about finding men in their 50s somehow surprisingly good-looking?
There was actually a funny counter article to this. I can't remember where it was published, but talking about sort of the myth of the 55-year-old man, sexy man.
I don't know. Maybe I'm missing something, but I tell you, this did not bother me because I'm thinking, he's saying women are sexy at 42. The truth of the matter is it used to be after you pass the age of 25, 30, you were no longer sexy. When they did the movie The Graduate with Mrs. Robinson, she was 42 at the time. She looks drastically different. I just thought, what am I missing? Because I thought, what is the big deal about this? So he says women are sexy at 42. Yeah, and?
Well, we already knew that. So, one, we already knew it, or two, my friends who are 42 said, it's not really a priority at 42. You know, our careers are taking off, we're raising our families, we're meeting our mates, and if sexy's on the list, it's low on the list.
Do you think there would have been a different reaction if a woman had written this article?
Well, I don't think a woman would have written this article. I think it objectifies women, and I don't think we do that to each other.
Okay, so where do we go from here? Because I looked at all this controversy this morning, and I swear to you, Jennifer, I don't get it. I don't get why this is such a brouhaha.
Well, I'll tell you.
So help me understand.
Okay.
Do you get it, Charlie, why it's such a brouhaha?
Charlie's being very quiet
yes.
during this segment.
I know. Very
do you
careful.
Get it? What am I, I'm serious. What am I missing?
I mean, I just love women of all ages,
Yeah.
period.
But
For all the reasons. They're smart, interesting, sexy, funny, and sexy.
And women are sexy at any age. The truth is we're living longer, we're looking better than ever before. So women in their 50s, their 60s, their 40s, everybody can look sexy. And it's not just celebrities. People say, well, yeah, celebrities, because they have these glam squads. But I see, look at you. I see, and I hate to say regular, everyday women because that sounds condescending and I don't mean it to be that. But when you're walking around the street and you see women of all ages, and when you say, how old are you? And they tell you, go, wow, you look great.
But it's not to be sexy for a man that we're looking great. So we're redefining youth, and the author says this in the article. As we're, getting older, we need to redefine what youthful is. And what youthful to women, at least my friends and I, we talked about it yesterday, was staying healthy, staying fit, so that we could be great partners to our partners or see our children grow up. Not to be sexy for a man.
Right.
That's not where I find my value or my worth.
And I think Gail, what you're hitting at too is really important in terms of redefining age, right? And redefining what sexy is. But this idea of age restrictions comes up all the time. There was this poll in London, I don't know if you saw it recently, saying, what's appropriate for your age, saying very steep high heels shouldn't be worn by women over 32. I didn't get that memo. Baseball caps shouldn't be worn by anyone over 32. For women, you can't wear a bikini over age 48. I mean, this idea of putting very specific restrictions seems like it's totally passé. I mean, it's just old.
I totally agree, and I think it's the wrong question. I mean, who's doing these surveys, and why do we care? But we also should just be celebrating. If my mother can wear high heels, God bless her. I'm always in flats.
I say that too. God bless you, Mr. Louboutin. All right. Jennifer, thank you. Thank you very much.
Thanks so much, Gail.